Hello, welcome back to Gasbuto Tabletop Football and the Bristol Ball, and more specifically, the Bristol Ball fixture draw, where we're going to determine what order matches are going to be played and also who is the home and away team in those matches. Now, before we go to the explanation of how we're going to do that, let's have a quick run through of the teams so we all know who we're dealing with. Now, these have been entered in this table at the top. I will explain that in a moment in alphabetical order. And at the top there, first alphabetically, we've got Gasbutio. So that is Gasbutio FC, the home team of Gasbutio Tabletop Football. Just below them, in alphabetical order, we've got Mangotsfield. You all know them. And then again, in alphabetical order, below them, we've got Nag's Head. So they're there. Then we've got, of course, Bristol Rovers. Down as Rovers in alphabetical order. And last in that alphabetical order, of course, we have Somerset City. Right, so how this works is that I have here a glass with 10 pieces of paper in, and each one of them bits of paper has a number on it, 1 to 10, and I'm going to draw a number out of that glass on camera. And we're going to start at the top, moving left to right, and then top to bottom. So we'll do that one, then that one, 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 and then that one finally. And the number that corresponds to each draw for each box will be the order in which that match is played. Okay, so here's fixtures number. Once we've done that, we'll populate this. So it doesn't really matter what order they go in here. So you have home teams there. Teams down there and teams down there in order 1 to 10. And then I have another glass which has 10 bits of paper in, 5 of which have the word home on and 5 have the word away on. And so we'll go down this list on this side and determine who's going to be the home team, in which case they'll stay in that column, or who's going to be the away team, in which case I put in that column. All right? Hope that makes sense. It should do as we go along. And we'll end up with, as fair as we can be, a fixture list of teams in order of fixtures and home and away. Got that? Good. Right. So, without further ado, let's give that a little shake. Remember, we're doing this match first, this box first. So this is Mangotsfield versus Gasbutio. We're going to draw a number out of that. I'm going to try and keep it on camera as best as I can. And that is match 8. You see how this is working out? So we put that in there, and that'll be match 8. So the next one we're going to draw is Nag's Head versus Gasbutio. We're going to draw that out. So here's one bit of paper. Try and keep it on the camera for fairness. And that is going to be match 10. So the final match of the tournament is going to be between Gasbutio and the Nag's Head. That's interesting. So next one is Nag's Head and Mangotsfield. So we'll draw out. Keeping that paper on the screen for fairness. And that is going to be match 7. It's exciting, isn't it? So match 7. Right, and then we move on to some of the Rovers matches. So this will be Rovers versus Gasbutio. My home Subbuteo team versus the team that I support. And that is going to be match 9. So put that down there. Then we put a 9 in that box there. Next up, a match that I've actually seen in real life. Rovers versus Mangotsfield. And long may that carry on. I hope we get another one of those pre-season friendlies. Always fun to go to. And that's going to be match 5, right in the middle of the tournaments. So match 5, Rovers versus Mangotsfield. Now, Bristol Rovers versus the Nag's Head. That is going to appear on the fixture list as match 4. So let's put that down there. So, right. So now we move on to the 82ers, Pride of Somerset. Their first match, well, it might not be their first match, but the first one on that box is Somerset City versus Gasbutio. And that is going to be match 1. Interesting. So the first match of the tournament is going to be between my home team and the Teds. Next up, Somerset versus Mangotsfield. A lot of Somerset fans that actually go to Mangotsfield, so it'll be an interesting one for them. Certainly if you live in or around Mangotsfield. And that's going to be match 3. So that's interesting. Match 3 there. Now, what have we got left? 2 left to go. This one, Somerset versus the Nag's Head. Let's see. I can't quite see. What have we got left? Match. We'll find out in a minute. So this is match 6. So match 6 is Somerset versus Nag's Head. And then that should mean, but I'm going to draw it on camera just for fairness. I think we've worked it out. Is going to be match 2. So that will be Somerset versus Bristol. Excellent. So Bristol Rovers versus Somerset City is match 2. Now, what I'm going to do is transfer these fixtures over to here. And then I'll put you on pause while I do that, because you don't want to see me typing that out. And then we will work out the home and away sides. So I will see you in a second. Hello and welcome back. So we're moving on to the second part of this, where we determine the home and away team. So let's just have a quick look at the fixtures order though. So this is kind of interesting. Somerset have got 3 of their 4 matches in the first 3 matches. That's quite tough. They don't really have much comeback from that, so they better make sure they are on their game. And then if we look through, then we've got a couple of Rovers matches versus Nag's Head, Mangotsfield, Somerset again versus Nag's Head. Nag's Head are nice and sort of spread out, so that's better for them. They got Mangotsfield there, Mangotsfield, Gasbutio, and then Gasbutio got 3 matches right at the end. So that's a bit of a wait before they sort of make any dent in the table. They haven't got their first match there. Interesting, but you know, I did that as fair as I can. So now we're going to determine which team is the home team to be on that side of the fixture list, and which team is the away team to be on that side of the fixture list. And that does have an effect. If you've never watched one of these tournaments before, basically the home team always plays with their backs to what's called the Riverside end. So that's where they start, and they always have the kickoff basically. So it's the opening kickoff is the team that is on this side, and that's what we're going to determine now. So 10 bits of paper here, 5 of them I say home on, and 5 say away on. And we're basically going to work down here and then determine who is home and away. So we're going to work on this side, all right? So first bit of paper out. This is as fair as I can do it, really. Let's open that up. So Somerset are going to be the home side. So that's there. So that one stays as it is. Now moving on to the next one. Rattle the papers around. And we've got Somerset again. And this time they are also the home side. So that might be advantageous for the monkeys in red. Now the next one, let's see, Somerset City again against Mangotsfield. Let's draw this one out. So we open that up. Are they going to get a run of 3 home sides? No, this time Somerset are going to be the away side. So that means we put Mangotsfield there. Mangoes, and then we move Somerset City over to there. Right. Hang on, that doesn't look like it's centered. Can't have that. OCD. That's better. So next one is the 4th fixture, Rovers versus Nag's Head. Is that 1 there? Yeah, I think it is. So our Rovers are going to be at home against the Nag's Head. Next one, Rovers versus Mangotsfield. If we open up this one, Rovers are at home again at Gasbutio Stadium. So that's nice for them. All the Gas Heads in the crowd at Gasbutio Stadium. Next we have, what's this? We're moving down to the 82ers final game of the tournament, which is away against the Nag's Head. So they're going to be over here. And who was it they were playing? Nag's Head. Nag's Head are going to be there. So what's that? Fixture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just check I've got that right on there. 6 is Somerset versus Nag's Head. That's correct. So next one, Nag's Head versus Mangotsfield. Running out of bits of paper now. 4 left to be determined. So this one, Nag's Head are away. Hope you can see that on the camera. So Mangos versus Nag's Head. A bit of a change, and then Mangotsfield got another match straight up, this time against the home side Gasbutio, in which they will be away. So Gasbutio playing at home in their own stadium versus Mangotsfield. Just check that. So that's match 8. Just check that. Yeah, Mangotsfield, Gasbutio. Good. So match 9, we've got 2 left. Rovers versus Gasbutio. Rovers will be away. So Gasbutio playing at home again. That's interesting. Against Rovers. Good old Rovers. Championship quality Rovers. And we've got 1 left, so it's Nag's Head versus Gasbutio in this one. I'm going to draw that out now and see where the Nag's Head are going to play. And they're going to be playing at home. So for this one, the Nag's Head are the home team. And Gasbutio are starting the game with their backs to the Thatcher's Terrace. Okay, so those are the fixtures for the Bristol Ball. I think I did that as fairly as I can do. Usual sort of league stats work on the table. So obviously there's a list of how many matches you can play. Every team's going to play 4 matches. And then similar as everything else. So 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw. The points will all add up there. That will do that automatically. And eventually there will be a league topper who will be the champion and win the Bristol Ball trophy. Okay, so that was a bit long-winded video, but we're all done now. Do soak in them fixtures and keep an eye out for when your favourite team are going to be playing. Matches 1 to 10. And until we start that off, I'd just like to say, up the gas.